to this game, but to the next three, really.
Yeah, it's contextual to where we're at. We want to keep playing the brand of hockey that we've been playing. We feel that we've played very well. I think sometimes we've played better than the scores have suggested. So staying on that rhythm and fighting to stay on that rhythm. So it's an unusual trip. We left after the Chicago game, have a day off. We got a 7:30 start tonight. So getting our motor running early will be the most important thing for us.
I know we've talked about the games have all had a different feel to them. Is there one overarching theme, though, maybe in this last little run that you can point to that's led to the most success?
I don't think that we've had a lot of dips in our game, and you would say, well, you were up 3-0 on Columbus and could have blown the doors off them. I didn't feel that. I think our game's consistent. We've had some unusual pucks go in. That's not a statement. Our goaltending's been good. It's just off ankles, off knees, turnovers that happened real fast that were in the back of our net. I've liked our overall defensive game. And I think when those goals have gone in, our game hasn't changed. So there's not a 5-minute block after where you're reeling. I think we've been going back even to the Boston game. We had a tough first period in Chicago, but you're going to play 240-some periods, so you're going to have one of those. Other than that, we've been pretty consistent.
Just a few personnel things, goalie tonight?
Yeah, Anthony Stolarz plays tonight. Everything else is the same. I got a game time decision that's not significant. We'll see how the guy comes to the rink.
Any updates on Brandon Montour, Aaron Ekblad?
Yeah, there's a chance they play on the strip, but it'll be scheduled. Like these guys these are 4 to 6 month injuries. We set 5 months as the guideline that we would look at. They're very strong. Lord knows they've done enough laps. They've skated enough. So, but we're just going to stick with what the original idea of when a guy would be ready. So we'll get to probably, if it happens, we'll be looking at Anaheim.
And then the last thing, anything on Jonah as well?
Yeah, that is going to have to do with the health of our forwards more than anything else. We're going to let them play there for as long as we can. It's a conditioning stint, so there's limits to that. And then it will have to fit our team to have him come back up and play. And if that option's there, then it'll be in.
Stephen Lawrence has been like a kidney candy shop since coming back here. Obviously, you've now had a couple, months with him now. Yeah. What's it been like just coaching a guy like Stephen Lawrence?
Yeah, it's a real positive guy, and he's a loud guy on the ice, and he's chirping. He's having fun every day. We've asked him to do a lot. We've asked him to play a position he hasn't played before in his offside, and he's got kind of 2 new line mates. They've had some really strong nights. Their last game wasn't their best, so I'm expecting them to be real good tonight.
You look at how his mentality is and his upbeat nature.
Yeah.
Obviously, for a team that went so far at the end just didn't result. What does it mean to get a guy in the room that's like that?
It means it gives them a chance to fit quickly. So we've got an unusual group of men in our room, and they're a very close-knit group. Very accepting to new players coming in. We did have a bunch of turnover, but the core of the group hasn't really changed too much. So when you get a guy that doesn't wait 3 weeks to utter his first word, you get a guy that he just fits right in, right? We got 8 other guys just like that, so he's part of that. Really important to us. We value that greatly, that a player can fit in, and it's in practice, and it's in the travel, and it's all the things that we do. We monitor that closely. You need to fit in to stay.
There's no secret that Anthony Stolarz has a track record of just beating the Sharks. I think he's like 13-1-1 or something like that. What does it mean to just have a guy that is like, based on track record, he's going to have a good game?
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm biting on that one. Goalies do have teams that they feel comfortable in those buildings. That's just the truth. But we also know that we need those guys to win the games against the teams that they don't have great records against. So every game, over time, you would say Anthony's played very well in here, but every game is its own unique animal.
Did his history go into the deciding factor if he was going to be in the net tonight?
It didn't hurt it, but it wasn't the driver, right? We had originally had Anthony playing in Chicago again, but we had a homestand, and the real reason was it bought us more days for Sergei Bobrovsky not have to be on. So he likes to do an awful lot of training off the ice, so we won't skate tomorrow. We didn't skate yesterday, and we skated yesterday, but it was at least 20 minutes. So it gives us a chance to take an older goalie. Sergei's at that age where he has to change the way he treats his body, so we allow him to do a lot of off-ice work now, and it just timed out better for us.
Perfect. Thanks, Coach.
Okay.